What's up? You're in the Bastard Den. I'm Jimmy K. He is E-Dub.
Aye.
And Stoley. And L.A.
L.A.
Comedian L.A. What's up with the name L.A.? That's what I need
those are my initials. My name is Lee Aaron, and that sounds like somebody from the Waltons, so I use L.A.
All right. Because immediately when I heard L.A., I pictured a really skinny guy wearing roller skates with very tight shorts, and I was kind of scared.
This is not a dream of yours, Jim.
Have you seen L.A. in tight shorts?
I think you nailed it.
It's actually not my initials at all.
So, are you married or what?
Oh, this is I met my wife on Match.com recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and unfortunately at the time we were both married to each other.
Yeah,
to answer your question, I am no longer married.
That could present a problem. So what happened with the Match.com wife?
Well, we just got divorced, and when you get divorced, it's kind of interesting. Like, I have a daughter, and she blamed herself. You know, she blamed herself on the divorce. Kids will do that, and I had to clear her up. I had a nice talk with her. Said, "Honey, you had nothing to do with this. This is all Mommy's fault. Mommy's a whore." I had to let her go.
That's good.
You gotta let the kids understand where they know it, and don't make them take on blame or unnecessary hard feelings.
Nice.
Well, it's good to be forward with the kids too. You don't want to, you don't want to hide stuff. You don't want to talk down to them or anything like that.
No, you really don't. And now, since I've been dating, this is really tough. I've been dating. I haven't dated in years, and I love women, but I'm naive around them. Going over at my house the other night, sitting on my couch, and she whispered in my ear, "Would you like to go in your bedroom?" And I thought of it for like 20 minutes. I said, "No, I'm just going to stay out here with you." That is the kind of dating life that I have. This does not go well.
So LA, you've been working on the road a lot. Do you ever get to any nicer places, or are you pretty much stuck in the Midwest? Do you get south?
This winter, I happen to be stuck in the Midwest. I will be in Vegas in March, but I do get to Florida frequently. I get to Florida a lot. And every time I go down there, I've got a mother who lives in New Berlin, Wisconsin, right outside of Milwaukee, and she always wants me to bring back oranges. So for years, I was dragging these through the airport. Then I got to thinking, Pick and Save sells oranges. Well, I stopped buying the oranges in Florida, and I pick them up at the airport, and Mom doesn't know. Everybody's happy.
Are they navel oranges or?
I'm not sure what they are. Whatever's on sale, I guess.
Yeah.
So when you're on the road, do you have any favorite fast food restaurants you like to go to?
I don't know if Subway's a fast food restaurant, but I have a lot of fun in Subways. That's one of my places I stop a lot. And what I've noticed on every Subway is they don't train the employees. Have you noticed that?
Uh-huh.
There's a sign up in the window to tell you how dumb they are. There's always that sign that said the cashier does not open the safe.
Right.
So I walked behind the counter. I said, "What are the numbers? We can do this. It can't be that hard, right?" And they're never training them there because every time I walk in, they have to ask me how to make the sandwich. And I order the same thing every time I go in there.
You would think they would know.
You would think they would know.
Yeah.
But you know what happened to me recently? I was in the Madison area. I was at one of the Subways, and the woman got completely out of line the other day. She said, "Sir, what would you like on your footlong?" I know, and I said, "I don't know. How about your lips?" So then the bitch ate my sandwich. And that's how Jared lost the weight. I figured it out. They eat the food for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're sandwich artists and dietitians all at the same time.
There are, yeah. I just don't. I should stay out of restaurants. Though I have headed coffee shops or restaurants. I was in a Starbucks not long. I get in trouble everywhere I go. I was in a Starbucks, and I just ordered some fancy coffee that I can't even repeat on the radio because I can't remember what it was. But I ordered this fancy coffee. I'm going to my table, and I see this baby breastfeeding.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh my God, I was so irritated because I didn't even see that on the menu. And at this point, it was way too late to change my order.
Excuse me, could I have some milk, man?
So I just walked up to the baby and I said, "Look, kid, are you going to drink both of those? Because I am pretty thirsty." So I'm not allowed back at that Starbucks.
Well, fortunately for you, there's a lot more of them.
Yeah, you can find one anywhere.
You can.
Sometimes right across the street from another Starbucks.
Yeah. Or inside.
Yeah, I have seen that happen before.
You what?
I have seen that with the Starbucks is across the street. So unfortunately, I don't have a clever joke for it at this point. I think it's for the person that forgets he just had a cup and he walks across the street.
So you have any shows coming up, L.A.?
Oh, I do. I've got a lot of shows coming up, and I'll just give you a little rundown of the current month. Like in February, in 12th, I'm in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, in a place called the Cellar, I believe. And then a new venue in Lake Mills, which is pretty close to probably your Madison audience, called Carps on February 18th. The first time they're ever doing comedy. That's going to be a great night. And then the weekend of the February 24th through 26th of February, I'll be in Giggles Comedy Club in Brookfield, Wisconsin. And I don't know when's going to come out to Vegas, but in I think the weekend of March 25th, I'll be opening for Louis Anderson out in Las Vegas. So that's
very cool.
Yeah. Louis Anderson is funny, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And then I also teach a comedy class in Brookfield, Wisconsin, right outside of Milwaukee, so a little west, on Monday nights. And if people want some information, they can shoot me an email at lacomedy@hotmail.com or visit the Giggles Comedy Pub website. There's some information about contacting me there.
All right, that was give the website one more time there.
Well, it's not a website. I'm sorry, it's an email. lacomedy@hotmail.com.
Okay. And do you have it? Do you have an email address? Or not, do you have an email address that you just gave? Do you have a website?
Email, I don't have a website address. I am on Facebook though.
Okay.
You can look up Lee Lee and then LA initials and then like and LYCAN and friend me on there if you want to find out anything about the shows.
What do you teach in comedy? What's the comedy school about?
Well, it's an 8-week course. And it just starts out kind of exploring yourself. It's kind of looking into, just kind of digging deep what's going on in your life. So your act becomes very personalized, how you kind of see the world. And I teach writing skills. I teach, we study comics to find out what drives the jokes and things like that. I teach crowd work, how to put an act together, how to MC at a club. And we do a graduation show at a comedy club in the Giggles Comedy Club in Brookfield, Wisconsin. So it's kind of a nice. It works well. It's kind of an exciting night for people when they graduate and they get a high. It's for people that want to be serious comics and also people who just want to try it for like a workshop, just to have a little fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I've down there and hung out with him and sat in on his classes, and he does a very good job with them. He's very professional, and I think the people that take the classes get a lot out of them, too.
Outstanding. L.A., thanks for coming into the Bastard Den today on such short notice. We appreciate it, man.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. I had a blast. Thank you guys for having me, and good luck.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to have a chance to chat with you again sometime, man.
All right. I hope everybody comes out to check out our show. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. And L.A., thanks to him for coming on. You're in the Bastard Den, 5-man, Roses for the Dead, Faces for Radio, all coming up. You're in the Bastard Den on Infernal Rock Radio.